we get into your amazing stuff, can we just talk about problem solving? Because I want to hack your brain.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, I want to know how you approach problem solving. I want to know what you like to solve. I want to know how your brain works. I want to just get more insight into that.
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I used to be, I used to have less patience, I think. So to me, problem solving is strictly about patience. Um, and how much like pain are you willing to put up with? And how much are you willing to like just sit with a problem and let it come? And the reason I say that is because if it took me a while to realize this, and I'm still kind of internalizing it, but no one would come to you with a problem if it was easy. If
Right.
someone had, if a client or, you know, if someone on your team or whoever had already, it was easy to fix something and it was within their capabilities, like they wouldn't be talking to you. So by definition, if someone in our business, right, if we're talking about like a more service-based business or working for someone, right? I don't know what businesses don't operate like this, but we'll just say that. Um, if someone's coming to you, it's going to be a challenge. So you're going to have to think it through. Like nothing, no problem is going to come to you that's easy. So that's first, accepting that is the important thing for me. And I always have to continuously accept that. And two, I work kind of by, and my team works kind of by like a menu approach. So not staying on the surface of the problem for as long as possible to like explore it, not prematurely picking a solution. Because the challenge, and I'll try and like visualize this a little bit with my hands, but the cost with problem solving comes in when you prematurely like pick a solution, go down that rabbit hole a little bit. It turns out to be wrong. You hit a dead end. So you come back out and then you have to look around again. So what we like to do is look around. So say you want to write a new API connection, right? A simple problem for data and automation. You want to get data from some random CRM that no one really uses into Google BigQuery. And this one comes up for agencies all the time, you know, right? Like clients have this random CRM. We need to get orders data out of it to show how are our campaigns performing in terms of like closed deals. They don't have an API. It's not Salesforce. We can't just like use an off the shelf connector. So like, what do we do? First thing is like, get as much information as you can, like read the docs. You know, it's a simple step, but often overlooked. Like you really have to like, if we're talking about something data wise or technical, like you have to fully understand the landscape of what you're dealing with. So read the docs, read the forums, see what people are saying on Stack Overflow, you know, like get as much data as you can and start making a menu of options, right? Like easy one, you can export a CSV, right? And like use that manual hand crank. Maybe you can write an API integration yourself. Maybe that API integration could take a bunch of different forms, a Google Cloud function, you know, on a virtual machine, whatever, write a Stitch connector, you know, and just like all the examples of what you can do and add up like kind of a cost benefit of those, right? Because a lot of these things will take, you know, easy case like dev time to do, or maybe some like long-term maintenance cost or recurring cost. So yeah, we kind of like scan the field, make the menu, and then we really like pick a direction, right, and go with that. But yeah, so we're kind of like menu based problem solvers, and that we found that to serve us really, and like the people we work with really well, because we don't take money for doing anything until we know exactly how we'll do it. So all of our like specs and definitely like anyone in the blueprint, right? We like encourage to take this type of approach. Like don't sell something that you don't know exactly how you're going to do it. And because it'll just,
Can you repeat that? I lost that sentence. You say anyone in blueprint. I lost
anyone in the blueprint. We talk about the agencies in the blueprint, right? We advise to like, don't sell a service that you don't know exactly how you're going to execute it. You know, it's really tempting in the agency business because you have like the skill set in this team and you can figure it out. Of course, it's really tempting, and I've fallen into this trap before, to commit to solving a problem before you've solved the problem, and to take money or sell the service before you know exactly how you're going to deliver it. It's like the shiny object syndrome of like cash up front. So we really advise, like, don't don't do that, because you'll just you're going to get burned one time in 10, and that's really going to suck, and it'll hurt your reputation.
Got it. Did you learn that lesson the hard way?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think everyone does, right? Like, you commit to doing something that, oh, we'll figure it out. We're smart enough.
Yeah.
And then what the real cost is not that you can't solve it, because everything ultimately, if it's technical, you can solve it in some way, but it's like, how much time do you want to spend? So my perspective is like, if you're working past like sundown, like, either maybe that's your style, right? But it's not my style. If I'm working past sundown, I've done something very wrong, and I've committed to doing something that I really should not have.
Mm.